early, then we can talk about it, yeah?
Hurrah!
Here it is.
Let's get these stupid clothes on.
Later.
You are here with CBBC. Just a couple of problems there. Apologies for all that. Thank you to everyone who's got in touch and emailed us today. If you want to do the same...
The Malibu Island legend. Fact or fiction?
Well, that's a better card. Now, come on, let's see what we can do.
We have... How many points?
You got 250. I'm afraid. I've never seen anything like this. What do you think, Frank?
150 lower.
150 lower than a queen. Another queen. You're back to 100.
50
I can't
lower.
tell you how I feel. What?
50 lower.
50 lower than a queen. A 7. And a middle card. What do you think about this? I can't believe it. 7, what do you think?
Go
Lower.
higher.
Lower you're going to go? And give our love to Liverpool. All right, my darling. OK. Bye-bye. Thank you for being with us. Well, it's not too late. It can still be a big night if you play your cards right. Good night. Thank you very much.
As an accent wall, yes.
Trying to find the right color? The Home Depot can help you choose and coordinate beautifully. Right now.
Later.
Tonight at 10, jobs and prosperity must come first in any Brexit deal.
To meet Senor Peter.
One eternity later.
So we seem to have a bit of a technical problem at the moment. We're trying to deal with the problem. And we'll see what we can do as best we can.
Much later.
An ambition that will ensure that our children and their children look back at our legacy.
It's 15% of emissions is animal agriculture, which is more than all transport.
This is BBC One. I'm sorry, but due to technical problems, we've lost contact with the Big Questions studio in Salford. We're working as hard as possible to return to Nikki as soon as we can.
I've got some good news for you. It is the last in the series of Extra Lots, so we have to get back to it really as soon as we can. And I believe, hang on, let me check with the engineers, Anna.
It's the lights are coming up, camera action, here's Kate.
Well, sorry about that. We had a few power problems during Against the Odds, so you missed a couple of minutes of it. But don't worry, because you can see the whole programme again tomorrow morning, 10 to 8 on CBBC 2.
But in the end, we had a sensational derby in terms of the finish. A really, really
exciting race, wasn't it?
Yeah,
to watch, it was great.
And a wonderful weekend of sport as well for the BBC, where we got a pretty...
Later.
Well, I'm sorry we seem to have lost our coverage of the derby. Do stay with us here on BBC One, and we'll hopefully return to Clare Balding as soon as we can.
One eternity later.
Well, we apologise at home. We seem to have lost a connection between here at Epsom and London. I know that we've been away.
Cancer, extraordinary woman. Some of her fellow Loose Women panellists have...
Some of her fellow Loose Women
panellists have tweeted. Sorry about this. Right, according to that announcement there, the building is being evacuated. I'll try and find out what happens. In the meantime, we'll keep going. Sorry about this. Sorry about this. Right. OK. We'll get back to those messages very shortly. Right now, though, after another dramatic weekend on the X Factor, Cheryl was left in shock after losing two of her girls. And Stephanie joins me now. Stephanie, I'm sorry about all of this going on. You were evicted last night, and now they're trying to evict you again.
I know, from the building. This is awkward.
Look at this dust. I must remove every speck.
Well, we're sorry about losing the programme. We'll return to Babushka just as soon as we can.
Now it's story time. Well, sorry about that, but we seem to be having a few problems with story time.
Half of that, Dave, dollop into there.
OK. And you're about to start doing stand-up again, aren't you?
Yeah, I started doing it again in a little bit. I started doing a tour in the autumn. Is that about...
That's
you're right, how's that?
But you're going on your bike?
Yeah, I'm doing 30 nights, 1,500 miles cycling around Britain.
Well, sorry about this. Seems to be a couple of technical problems with the sound at Stand Up to Cancer at the minute. Bear with us. We are looking into it. You can still donate to Stand Up to Cancer online at channel4.com/standuptocancer.
To be published imminently does promise more controls on the possession of certain types of knives.
One eternity later.
I'm really sorry about this. I know this is spoiling totally your enjoyment of the big questions this morning. We're obviously having a few technical issues, so while we get them sorted out, I'll play some music. OK, we are now able to go back to the programme.
Today at 4:30 on CBBC.
This is BBC One, now remembering events of a year ago. Natasha Kaplinsky presents a BBC News Special.
Yeah. You just do what? You must wake up every morning and think...
Well, apologies. We're clearly having technical problems with tonight's last leg. We'll get back to the programme as soon as we possibly can. Lots of engineers running around here trying to press buttons. We'll get to the plug. We'll stick it back in. As soon as we can, we'll get back to the show. With tonight's last leg, of course, this would happen on my shift. I was having a nice cup of tea. We'll get back to the programme again as soon as we can. Fingers crossed and toes.
And apparently I've just been informed that some of you at home lost us for a brief second there. We're back. Everything's okay. ISIS have not won.
Well, perhaps Sweet Caroline isn't as long as we thought it was. We can go back to it, I think, and finish off the Neil Diamond song Sweet Caroline with Bert Camford, his orchestra and chorus. The strings are getting ready, and they're about all to start.
So maybe this year, the fact that she didn't do very well in Birmingham, and we'll see how this week goes. Might be a bit the opposite.
We seem to be having some trouble with our coverage from Eastbourne this afternoon. Do be with us and we will get back to it just as soon as possible.
Are black, none of them going to the left corner, so obviously comfortable with the situation.
30.
Well, I'm really sorry. We seem to have lost our live coverage of the Crucible there. Hopefully back to the programme as soon as we can.
Later.